Fight night Baku predictions. Let's go. First fight of the night. We got a fucking banger, guys. We got Hamdi Abdel Wahab versus Muhammad Usman. We got a banger on this one, guys. We got two skillful prospect heavyweights going at it. All jokes aside, I got Muhammad Usman by a juicy right to Hamdi Elda Wahab. You're like, what, dude? No way. Brother, this is Greco-Roman style wrestling Olympian. How you gonna say this? I'm saying this because, bro, this guy just got called juicing. This man was juicy in his last fight, which he won a controversial decision against Dontel Mays or some shit, bro. Like, one a low-level fighter, bro. I don't think Muhammad Usman's much better, but I think that him coming off the juice is going to make a whirlwind of difference within his physique and within his performance. And I just see this dude getting knocked out, bro. I think Muhammad Usman's spirits are lifted up with his brother winning. I think he's going to ride high from his brother's momentum. He's going to get the job done with a nice right hook to the fucking noggin, dude. Right in the noggin. And going to knock Hamdi Aldi Wahab out. That's all we can fucking hope for, bro. Because if this goes past the second round, we'll be looking at just fucking shit, bro. Just terribleness. That's all we can hope for is that this ends fast and quick. And it's exciting, bro. But anyways, let's get past this one. Dude, we got a hidden gem in here. Tagir Ulanbekov versus Azat Maksum. This is a fucking hidden gem. This is a great fight. We got two highly skilled flyweights playing against each other, bro. We got the pressure style brother Habib Tagir Ulanbekov versus, dude, Kazakhstan's very own Azat Maksum, bro. This dude's fucking dangerous, let me tell you. Look, let me just go ahead and tell you who I think's gonna win. I got Azat Maksum winning this fight. Now, hear me out. Everybody's saying Tagir is going to do it. I don't think so, bro. I think that Azat has good enough takedown defense. Nah, calm down. Gentleman Charles Johnson, calm down. I think he'll have good enough takedown defense where he can avoid some takedowns. And even if he gets taken down, I think this dude can get right back up and get into, get back on his feet and get striking. I think that Tagir poses little threat on the feet. This dude has no KOs. This dude is the embodiment of pillow hands. He cannot even hurt a fly with his punches. Is what the statistics are showing me, dude. And I think if you seen fucking the last fight with Azat, bro, this dude was jabbing Charles Johnson. This dude, Charles Johnson, was just slipping and sliding all over the ring like GSP's oils were on it, bro. It was ridiculous. I don't know if that was because the canvas was slippery or Azat just has that next level power in his fucking hands, bro. He's got that, you know what I'm saying? That next level power in his hands. I think that if Azat is able to keep this on his feet, which I think he will be able to, I think he will outstrike Tagir for a nice, easy, unanimous decision. Now, some people might say, bro, did you even watch the last Charles Johnson fight? He got taken down. He got controlled by Charles Johnson, dude. How's he going to go against Tagir Ulanbekov? He's next level wrestler, dude. He turns with Khabib. Islam. And to that I say, bro, I think that this guy will improve. And I think that he got up for most of Charles Johnson's takedowns, bro. He was able to pop right back up or do a little, maneuver. I think that little finesse is going to carry into this fight. Improvements are going to be made. I think he will get this win over Tagir. He's going to get a nice little upset victory. I think this is actually a bit... Look, brother, there's number one disrespect to my guy. I think Azat's going to do it by unanimous decision. I don't think he's going to knock this dude out. I don't think he's going to submit Tagir. I think that... I think Habib's going to get in the ring and submit Tagir again if he gets submitted, bro, or gets knocked the fuck out, He's going to get put through hell if he does that. But I think he is going to lose a decision, bro. And Azat's going to win. All right, let's get to the next fight, bro. I'm excited. Can't wait what's next. Oh, hell no. All right, nah, I'm playing around. It's not that bad. It's pretty bad. Okay, dude, let's speed run this a little bit. Look, bro, I got Irene. Iron whatever. I think she's a next level grappler. She's gonna fucking just get it done, get it in. She's gonna submit Claudia, dude. All right, none of this. All right, next fight, dude. Daria Jalajulio versus Melissa Mullins. I got Melissa Mullins by whatever the fuck she wants. The crazy thing about all these women's fights, Melissa Mullins has beat all these fucking people. I don't know why they set it up like this, but Daria, she lost to Melissa Mullins in the regional scene. And I think that history tends to repeat itself, especially with women's MMA. I think Melissa Mullins should fight all three of these women at once and see what happens. But that's not my prerogative, bro. I got Melissa Mullins by whatever she wants. Thank you. All right, let's get past this. All right, we got middleweight bout, bro. We got Ismail Nurdiev versus Jong Young Park. I'm gonna say something, and don't get offended when I say this, but I'm gonna say something. I think that Ismail Nurdiev, he's just a mid fighter, bro. Oh my god, he's just like an okay fighter, bro. And what I mean by he's just an okay fighter, he's not an okay fighter in the terms of like he's like a gatekeeper type fighter, top 15. He's a below average fighter in the UFC. He's an average fighter all around. This dude is like, what's his record in the UFC, bro? It's like what, 3-2, I think. I believe it's 3-2. He got cut from the UFC, where he went back to the regionals and went 3-3 in the regional scene. And then for some reason they brought him back just to have another middleweight or something. I don't know. I think he maybe got a finish or something that was quite impressive. And his last win was against Bruno Silva. And Bruno Silva has just been a fucking punching bag, bro, for these middleweights. And it's sad to say, it's sad to see what's happened to him. But it's true, bro. And I think that with any level of talent, this sounds fucking mean to say, bro, but with any level of, skill, talent, a good fighter, I don't think Ismail's going to win, bro. I just truly don't believe he's going to win this fight. And that's just because I just don't think he's as good of a fighter as Jong Young Park. You know what I'm saying? I think Park is just a better fighter overall. He's 8-3 within the UFC, and his only losses are to pretty notable people, right? I think who the fuck he lose to, bro? He lost like Andre Munez and a couple other people, bro. 2 other people. They're all decently notable names, right? And I just think that Ismail's not going to be able to hang, bro. Unless he made like a crazy jump, which I don't think he did. I think that the thing that makes me think this is, bro, 3-3 in regionals, and your last win is against Bruno Silva. Yeah, bro. I just don't got him, bro. I don't got him. I'm going with Park, my brother, to win. Thank you. All right, next fight, dude. We got Ko versus Elliott, bro. Oban Elliott. This is actually not... It's a lot closer of a fight than people might think. But I still got Oban Elliott winning this. You're probably thinking... You Sambo heads out there probably thinking... This guy's Sambo champion, world champion from Korea. Yeah, but... He's definitely good, bro. He knows how to mix in. He's really an MMA fighter, you know what I'm saying? He's going to strike with you. He's going to take you down. He can really do all of it. And that Sambo background helps him quite a bit. But my heart just can't pick him. Because I saw this dude fight, bro. And I'm not trying to say... But, bro, he looks stiff as a board. I don't know if it's an optical illusion, the way he fights. It just looked like his head wasn't moving much. And I feel scared. When you get to these higher levels of competition, Oban Elliott, dude, next level. I think that you got to have some head movement. And maybe he does have head movement. Maybe I'm a little blind. Maybe it's an optical illusion where it looks like he doesn't have head movement. But he's moving his head. But I cannot with confidence pick Ko to beat Oban Elliott. I think Oban Elliott's going to get this done. I don't think he's going to get it done in any spectacular fashion like he did. I think he knocked out his last opponent. I think this is going to go to a decision. Maybe a submission. Nah, submission. Nah, I'm just shit talking. I think that I think Oban Elliott's going to win this fight by unanimous decision. I think we're going to see the levels to this, dude. I think so, but I got Oban Elliott winning this. To the next one. This one's a hard one, bro. This one's actually a bit of a toughie, bro. Because I have this big what-if scenario playing in my head. There's two ways I see this fight going. If Mohammed Naimov get down Bogdan Grad to the ground, I see Mohammed Naimov just blob maxing him to a victory. But if Bogdan Grad is able to stuff takedowns and keep it on the feet, I see a KO for Bogdan. I see it, bro. I see it happening. But I'm not a psychic. I cannot tell you what's going to happen. But just based off my intuition, I think that he's in like one of these brother countries. I think they're going to give him some powers. I think the spirit of the Azerbaijani people are going to lift Mohammed Naimov to get those takedowns and hold Bogdan Grad to the ground. And I think that he's going to win a very boring decision. I think so. I think Mohammed Naimov is going to win a boring decision in this one. I don't really have anything fun to say about this fight, to be honest. Bogdan Grad's bald. That's the most fun thing I can say about this. It's Baldy versus Harry. And I think Harry's going to win this, bro. I think he's going to win a very unimpressive victory. I don't want this. I feel like some people like, he wants this to happen. I don't want this to happen, bro. I want Bogdan Grad to stuff those takedowns and piece Mohammed Naimov on the feet. I want that. That's what my soul wants. My brain's telling me that this dude's going to take this dude down and just control him and get like 15 minutes of control time. So I can't not say that. So I think Mohammed Naimav's going to win. But, you know, if Bogdan Grad wins, I won't be mad, bro. I definitely won't be mad. Next fight. Oh, shit. All right. We got Nazim Sadakov versus Nicholas Motor. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm a bit of a casual at this point. At least it seems like that, because I don't know who these guys are. I don't. But I did, I'm a studious fellow. I did my research. Goddamn, fucking 20. All right, I did my research, bro. And look, bro, I think this is a bit of like, we need to hype up the Azerbaijani crowd, right? We need to set a tone for the people, right? We got to get a victory. And I think Nazim Sadov's going to knock this dude out. I think this dude is nothing but a knockout to excite the Azerbaijani people. And you're probably thinking, what, dude? Can't say that. Anything can happen. Bro, this dude got chinned by 43-year-old Jim Miller. And I know Jim Miller's different. He's a legend of the sport. He is, bro. He is. But I just can't. This dude's on a fucking win streak. He's knocking people out, bro. He's in his home country. And this dude got chinned by Jim Miller. So how? He might not got chinned, but he lost to Jim Miller, and it was like a through punch or something. I don't know. I just think that this dude, and look at his fucking build, bro. He's ready to fucking swing some meaty hooks to this dude. This dude looks a bit timid. He looks a bit submissive. This dude looks like he's ready to show out, bro. Ready to just whip, you know what I'm saying? For his country, for his people. I think that's what's going to happen. I think we're going to see a nice little KO from Nazim Sadakov to hype up the Azerbaijani crowd. Because the next couple fights might not go the Azerbaijani route. That, this fight is just to kind of say, your guy won. Yeah, let's go. Because the next ones they're kind of flipping the dice with their opponents. Let's get to it. We got Tofik. I'm not even going to pronounce that last name. Versus Mitatebek Orablai. I don't know how to say his first name either. Orablai versus Tofik, bro. Look. I can't pick Tofik, bro. I know. This dude's former Rising champ. This dude, former Bellator guy. I've been stung by Patchy Mix and this dude's lack of fucking head movement. It's fucking insane. I just can't go with the non-UFC guy in this current moment in time. Maybe this dude proves me wrong. Maybe this dude has next level. But I think Orablai has next level toughness. He has next level ancestral powers on his side. And I think he's going to take this win, bro. He just has, you know what I'm saying? You can beat this dude to the ground, Orablai. And he's still going to get the fuck back up and, start throwing some throwing. He's going to shoot a takedown. He's going to keep going at you. And I think that just alone will be enough to beat Tofik, bro. And that's just my honest opinion here. I don't think that... See, bro, it's hard, bro, because you want to go with the guy who's a champion, who has more experience. He's in his home country. Everything's lining up for this guy to win. But then it's like he's coming from a different organization. And like I feel like the past couple fighters that came from these like different organizations, bro. Bro, I think I'm fucking stuck with Patchy Mix, bro. I just can't, bro. I just can't pick against a guy like Orobly. I think he's going to win. I don't know how he's going to win. But whatever he needs to do, he'll do it. And I say unfortunately because my mind's telling me, yeah, but my body's telling me Orobly. I think Orobly is going to win. All right. Let's fucking keep going, all right? This fucking shit, bro. Holy moly. This dude, Rizvan Kuniev, must have the most crazy dirt on Dana White. I swear to God. He must have walked in on a kissing contest with John Jones and him. And now he got a top 5 opponent his debut. This has been canceled like 3 times. They're so insistent on fucking booking this. It's here. It's now. Look, man. Again, this guy has fought in Eagle FC and the PFL. He got caught juicing in his last fight, I think his last fight or the fight before in the PFL. And now he's fighting top 5 Curtis Blades in the UFC. I don't know how anybody could bet on this dude. Let me see the stat. I'm surprised it's not a fucking like Peyton Talbot versus Hani Barcelo numbers. Because I know it's a heavyweight fight. Anything can happen, dude. These guys are big sluggers. But I just don't see... I see a big man Curtis Blade takedown where he just puts his body weight on him and makes him fall to the ground and a ground and pound. That's what I see. I don't see this fight going the distance. And if it does, it's just a beatdown. Maybe this dude's next level. I don't know. Maybe the UFC has some foresight that I don't have. But... because they're really fucking insistent on making this fight happen. But I don't see this fight going in Kuniev's favor. I see Curtis Blades winning. I see Curtis Blades staying a top 5 gatekeeper for quite a bit longer. So, yeah, it is what it is. All right, we're going to the co-main now. Bro, this co-main event is good as fuck. I don't know what else to say. This is a great co-main event. The UFC did a great job with this card. They haven't been doing a great job with much. But this card's pretty nice. You know, they love the Middle Eastern people, bro. These guys are, this Caucasus, actually. My bad, misspoke. Caucasus people. They love the Caucasians. Rafael Fiziev versus Ignacio Bahamondes. This is a hard pick, bro. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? This is a hard fight. But this is hard to pick. But I am going to go with Bahamondes to win this. I see the fight playing out like this. Rafael Fiziev, passionate dude, gonna come out and have a spectacular first round. But I see it going. I see him fucking plummeting. I can't fucking speak. But I don't see the second or third round going his way. I think Bahamondes is gonna use his fucking. He's 6'3". He's gonna use his range to his advantage. He's going to just start piecing him up on the feet. Maybe go for a sneaky takedown. I don't know. He's working with Bilal Muhammad, dude. You never know. And I see this fight finishing in the third round after Rafael Fiziev's a bit gassed out. And I see I see this dude giving everything he got for his people. Give him a nice show, but I don't see him winning, unfortunately. And that breaks my heart, bro. It really does. I really love Rafael Fiziev. I think he's an entertaining fighter. I just think he's a bit undersized for 155, bro. I know. But I think it's time for him to move down to 145 where I think he can have true success. Maybe I'll bite my tongue on this one and Rafael Fiziev gets it done. But I think that Bahamondes has good fight IQ. He comes from the Bilal Muhammad camp, bro. And you can say whatever you want about that camp. But they come up with pretty good game plans, bro, you know? And I think they're going to have a good game plan to neutralize Fiziev. and win this. They have an advantage of height, which is fucking ridiculous. 5'8" to 6'3" is ridiculous height. That's ridiculous. That's like 7 inches difference. I don't know. It's crazy difference in height, bro. And I see Bahamas finishing him in the third round after Fizie's gassed, after, putting up a good fight in round 1, and then just slowly falling off as the rounds continue. Is this 5 round or 3 round? I think it's 3 round, but I believe this is 3 round fight, and I think that regardless, 5-3, I got Bahamas on this one. Unfortunate, but I think Fiziev go down to 145. He'll have lots of success. All right, let's go. All right. The fight of the night. The one everyone's been waiting for, bro. We got 2 meaty clubbers here, bro. We got Jamal Hill versus Khalil the Meal. Round 3. Okay, I'm going to calm down. Before I start this deep analysis, very deep, why did this dude get custom shorts? I'm not mad at it, bro. Get your bag or whatever. You know what I mean? But, bro, I swear to God, and I don't mean this in no hating way either, bro. I love Khalil Roundtree, but I swear, sometimes I think that his best win is a loss to Alex Pereira, bro. And is that a crazy thing to say, bro? His best win is a loss. Because that's what fucking... I feel like he's just fiction, and I feel like he's in love with that performance of himself. He's like, oh, now I believe in myself. I can do it. I don't blame him. Alex Pereira is a great fighter, but I think that Khalil Roundtree, while he is a great striker, a great martial artist in the Muay Thai background, and this dude could probably grapple and shit and do jiu-jitsu, obviously, right? He's a high-level fighter. He just never displays that within the cage, bro. He never does. This dude is a very one-dimensional fighter within the cage. I know. He obviously can if he wanted to, but he doesn't. And that's fine. A lot of fighters choose not to do takedowns or anything, but I think that's where Jamal Hill can take advantage of. I think Jamal Hill has had a bit of a skid, right? Got knocked out by Pereira. He got ground and pounded by Yuri in January. And now his spot at the top is being, seesawed a little, bro. He's about to fall off. Jamal Hill, what I'm trying to say is Jamal Hill knows if he loses this fight, he's going to be banished to the fucking Apex where he's going to fight Jingming Yang and he's going to get clobbered or some shit. You know what I mean? He's one fight away from a UFC Apex card against Jing Yang. All right? And he understands that. I've been seeing these interviews with Jamal Hill and I see him locked in, bro. I see him locked in, bro. He's not looking too far in the future like, I want a title, I want this, I want that. He's focused on this fight right now. And it's a great look, bro. It's a great look for him. I think that Jamal Hill, he's going to go in. And I see him shooting a takedown, bro. Neither of these guys fucking shoot takedowns. But I still believe, look at it. Whoa, was that a super smooth transition? Alright, so look at this, bro. As I was saying before, don't mind the little cut. These guys don't shoot takedowns, bro. They don't really do none of that. But I think that in order for Jamal Hill to win, he needs to shoot a fucking takedown, bro. And I think he will shoot a takedown, bro. Something about his energy, bro. His vibe, bro, is telling me he's harnessing the energy from Azerbaijan, bro. He's harnessing that caucus energy, bro. He's gonna come in with that double leg straight to the fucking hips, bro. I don't know. He's gonna. I don't know if that was the right way to say it. But look, bro, he's going to shoot for a takedown. I feel it in my bones. And I think that if he does opt for that wrestling route, you know what I mean? Really mix everything up, shoot, punch a little, threaten the takedown. I think he has a great chance to beat up Khalil Roundtree. I think that even if he doesn't shoot a takedown, I think he has a good chance to beat Khalil Roundtree. I think Roundtree will be really successful if they do keep it standing up. I think Roundtree will be really successful in the early rounds. But as the rounds keep going on, bro, I see it swaying towards Jamal Hill, bro. He got that championship experience. He's got that championship experience, dude. And I think that is really going to make it's going to make a difference, bro. He was barely champ, but he's still champ, bro. And I think that Jamal Hill, I know the whole recurring joke is that this dude's just beating up unks, right? He's just beating up the old dudes, right? In order to get his chance. And anytime he goes against somebody close to his age or something like that, he gets beat the fuck up. But I think that Jamal Hill, he's tapped in, he's focused. As I was saying before, I've been looking at these interviews, bro, trying to, feel the vibes out and stuff like that. You know what it is. And I think that Khalil Roundtree, I feel like he's not overlooking Jamal Hill, but he's a little too overconfident with that. And there's nothing wrong with that, bro. I think that we need a little bit of overconfidence here and there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Makes the card a little spicier, a little nicer. But I think that Jamal Hill's really tapped in, really focused with this fight, bro. I think he's a little confused out by Khalil Roundtree. He's a little weirded out by Khalil Roundtree. Because Khalil Roundtree's made this little scenario up in his head, bro, where Jamal Hill hates him or some shit. And you know what? I think a confused Jamal Hill's going to get this win. I don't see this going to a decision for some reason. I see a medical stoppage in round, like the later rounds, like 4 or 5. I think that you see Khalil Roundtree's nose, bro. I see that little like injury from the Pereira fight popping back up, and I see just fucking blood all over his face and a medical stoppage because of all the fucking blood coming out of his nose. I think that Jamal Hill's coming in with a better mindset, a better overall thing. He's a bit of an underdog, but I still got him over Khalil Roundtree. I think the UFC wants Roundtree to win. I think he's just a bit more marketable of a guy compared to Jamal Hill. You know what I mean? Khalil Roundtree's got that like fan support, right? He's that I was a fat kid. I didn't do anything, but I built myself up, and now I might be champion. It's that little like what's it called, bro? Like that. I don't know what kind of story. Whatever, bro. Some kind of story, bro. But the little man story, bro. I came from nothing. That Rocky, kind of, not really, but that Rocky story, the underdog story. Where he beat all the odds. But I think Jamal Hill. Let me say it with my chest, bro. I think Jamal Hill's gonna win. He understands what's coming for him if he doesn't get this win, bro. He understands that the Apex is not a place he wants to be. He wants to be at top. He has 6 kids. He's got mouths to feed. He's got places to be. And I think he wants to, improve, bro. Get better and win this fight, bro. I think that's it. That's the last prediction of the fight night. UFC Baku. June 21st. Tune in. Or don't. No, this is pretty decent fight card, bro. Pretty decent fight card. I don't get why all these women have gotten beat the fuck up by Melissa Mullins. I don't know what's this about. But other than that, bro, I'm excited for this, bro. And yeah. Boop bop.